Hey Daniel, pleased to meet you via video. Thank you so much for reaching out. Really appreciate it. Sounds like you're kind of in a similar situation, wanting to help people, and I think that that's a cool movement. That's definitely starting. I've always wanted to do that ever since I can remember. I just wanted to help people accomplish their goals and their dreams, but I kind of had to do it for myself first. So set on this journey to I don't know, I had this like burning desire to be a part of golf and be a part of like a major championship. It's so strange, but I don't know why that happened. And I just felt that I could do that. And I won a couple Masters victories with Bubba Watson. And that was kind of like, wow, if you put your mind to something and you work at it for a long time, you can achieve it. So about 7 years or so. Um, and that was like an amazing journey. I loved it. I loved the journey way more than I did actually the destination. It was kind of fleeting once Bubba won. That void was kind of gone, or there was a void there that was replaced by my dream became a big void. And I read a book that kind of changed a lot of things for me, and I kind of started to understand like what do I want my legacy to be. As I get older, I start to really kind of think, what do I want? Do I want a family? Do I want a career? What do I want? And these are all things that I think every human being faces at some point in time. For me personally, I don't desire a fancy car. I don't desire a fancy house. I don't even desire having a family. I just never felt the need to marry a girl and have a family. Just never has happened. And maybe at some point in time I might, but I can just tell you right now in my life, it's not even a thought. The only thing I want is to leave something of value and give that to the world, regardless of how many people see it. And my immediate thought was, oh, I could write a book. And then I thought, how I'm not really as concerned with how things used to be as how things are now moving. People don't read as much anymore. These kids are inundated by phones and YouTube. And so I got to thinking, like, wow, how cool would it be if I could have a digital book? If I could have a collection of all the things that I want to accomplish. And not only that, but what if I documented it? Because I actually documented everything that I did with Bubba: video, text, cards, audio messages. But I was under a contractual agreement that I could never say anything, I could never post anything, and that's kind of the unfortunate part about working for somebody who maybe has celebrity status or is a big name guy, because you can't breach that contract, and they do that on purpose because I know intimacies to their lives. All these good golfers that nobody would ever want them to know about, and so I had to find a way for me to start over. I went to a golf world which doesn't have any inclination to build up and every inclination to suppress. The golfers are afraid of their trainers and their caddies because those are the gatekeepers. Those are the ones that know all their secrets. And so oftentimes there's a reason caddies don't get interviewed after golf tournaments and things like that. So there's a lot of things that kind of go on behind the scenes in golf at the professional level that I got to see and really open my eyes to. And I thought, wow, this is maybe not as special as I thought it was. But regardless, I read a book that actually taught me about mastering a skill, having a purpose, and having self-direction, or also known as autonomy. And those three things, I had two of them: mastering a skill and I had purpose, but I didn't have autonomy. I wasn't able to go to China when I wanted to or sleep in when I wanted to. I had to be there for Bubba. I literally lived these golfers' lives for 10 years of my life. So, stepping back from that, I just had a whirlwind of a whole bunch of problems that I won't really get into. And some were good and some were bad and some were really, really bad. And that's just life, just kind of like knocking you down and seeing if you have the balls to get back up, right? So I did, and I met Gabe Ryder, and I was like, wow, that guy's really cool. I want to kind of like see what he's about. I loved his channel, and I thought he brought a lot, and movement towards improvement was a cool concept. And I met Gabe, and Gabe kind of was very different in person than he was on his channel. And again, I was then like, wow, these people are so different in real life than they are when you know them intimately. And so I got to know Gabe and I got to really see like, wow, there's a lot of emotional damage here. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of suffering. Here I thought there's this happy-go-lucky kid that loves golf and he wants to share that with everyone and share this journey and share that message. But boy, there's the demons deep down inside. And I got to kind of help him with those and see those. And that's what I do. Like, other than my ranting, as you can tell from this video, I love making a difference in people's lives. And I used golf and I've used many other vehicles to do that. So ultimately, what I wanted is, since I don't really particularly care about anything materialistic, and I don't have a legacy to, be married and have kids, at least at this point in time, like I mentioned, I want a digital legacy. I want to record things. I want to document them. My first purchase isn't going to be anything like technology. I mean, I've gotten some drones and computers because I needed that to edit everything that I have and to keep my business going. But primarily, what I really want is like a cameraman, and that's what I'm going to be looking to buy next, or to purchase, or to hire a cameraman that can and a strategist, like a teammate, someone who can really help me decipher how I want my messages and the things that I'm passionate about to go out. Where are my podcasts going? Where are my Instagram posts going? How are we chopping those up? And Gary Vaynerchuk is doing it exactly how I would want to do it. And obviously he's like 10 years ahead of me, but he's a great model to follow, and I'm fine with that. 5-10 years, if that's what how long it takes, it's no problem. I'm never going to give up. This is what I want to do, and because I'm going to be gone in a matter of years, I'll be gone. And the thought of having recorded and frozen my thoughts in time and put that on something as beautiful as the internet, which was like the conscious mind downloaded of every human being in the world, downloaded into this like entity, right? It's a community that can feed itself. It can thrive. You can find some dark stuff on the internet. You can find some great stuff on the internet. I want to be a part of that great side. I want to be a part of that light. I want to be a part of that shine, that motivational factor. Listen, not everybody wants to hear a message from me now, but maybe in 5 years. And maybe in 5 years they hear that message and they're not ready for that message. But it's a time capsuled thing. It's always there on the internet being held for me. They can revisit it when they're comfortable on their time. And I never want to infringe on anybody's time. I just want to have it there and say, listen, it's there if you ever want to look at it, if you ever want to need it. I want to go into the details of how I've started a business. I expect it to be a multi-million-dollar business in the next couple of years. It's just what I expect. And I want to literally break that down piece by piece and tell you everything that I do. I'm not concerned about that. I have no desire to literally hide anything. I want to be very open and transparent with every aspect of my life. Everything. It's the type of person I am. And that's what I want to do. That's what I want to share. I don't know if that answers your question, but that's a little insight to me and what I want and what I want to achieve for my life. And so, what I'm looking for is a team. I want to build a team. I want to build like 5, 6, 7 people around me that just want to help spread a message of love and motivation and compassion and all those things. Like, it's in me to just talk like this always. There is never a moment in time where I ever want to gossip about anybody, or there's never a moment in time when I want to talk about even current events like the election. I don't care about any of it. And I'm built that way for a reason. I just want to talk about how can we motivate you to do something that you love. And I'm not a teacher, I'm a student. And that's the greatest part. I'm learning from everybody I'm talking to. I don't read a lot of books on this stuff. It's all that I talk about all day long. It's all that I care about, and I could do it forever. It energizes me just talking about it. And I've always done it with people, and so it was this idea and this concept of actually taking a camera and talking to a camera became an outlet for me. It's my next person, just like I'm doing with you. And so it's just been cool. I'm just so happy to be living in this time period. The greatest opportunities that have ever been known to man are right now. And I have an opportunity to take advantage of that. And I'm not going to miss that chance. I'm not going to miss that wave. I want to be on it. And so I'm starting small. You know, the vlog was for my dad because he's paralyzed and he doesn't get to see me much anymore. He has had a lot of care and he can't move. So, and my dad's like my best friend. So it was really hard for me to lose him and have that void. But I still know that he wants to watch my life and he still wants to live vicariously through me. And so the vlog was intentionally made because of that. The other thing is because I've documented everything I've ever done, but it's been locked away and I've never been able to use that footage. And that's been such a shame. But I'm not in that anymore. I don't have those chains. I've broken out of those. I have that freedom. And, you know, maybe no one listens to me anymore. You know, I've spoken at like summits, World Golf Fitness Summit, you know, just because I was associated with Bubba and he was having a lot of success, and Ryan Moore. And then when I left that, nobody cared what I had to say anymore. So I realized that it wasn't me that they were ever impressed about. It was the position and the title that I held. And as soon as that title was gone, so too is the attention. So I'm going to build from scratch. And this time it's not somebody else's brand. It's somebody who I can be attached to. This time it's mine. And I believe everybody has a brand. And I think everybody has a message. And everybody has a story. And my encouragement to everyone and will always be to tell your story, your message. Even if it resonates with one or two people, that's one or two lives. That's huge. I don't get a lot of viewership on my channel, but I'm not going for that. I'm going for engagement. I'm going for my ability to talk to people and share with them, just like I'm sharing with you, and you're going to share back with me. And I love that. And that gives me a feeling that's more important than any Masters victory ever could be. So, you know, when you alter somebody's life and you help them in such a way, it's not changing their golf swing, you know, it's changing who they are at the core. You have an opportunity to directly, indirectly change their life. I cannot think of a better job than that. And that is a job that I'm willing to spend the rest of my life doing. So, long rant, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe. Please, hope it wasn't too long. I'll send it to you, and please share back. Looking forward to hearing from you and hearing your story.